Hey, soul survivors, we're going to talk about the nitty-gritty of narcissistic relationships, why they will always fall apart unless one little thing changes. So, the cycle of the narcissist is they will idealize you, see you as the perfect person. And they do genuinely want this relationship a lot of times, not always. Sometimes they're just after whatever supply it is they want. But there are times that they can feel that they fell in love. But what happens is they are happy because they see you as perfection and they feel that they are this perfect person entitled to a perfect person. However, they will start to see little flaws. And that's just you being human. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just human. And they start picking apart your flaws or even giving you flaws that aren't even true. So their focus goes from looking at things that are wrong. And we love the person, flaws and all. And that's where the difference is. That little shift will bring it down the negative path. And then there's times that they will re-idealize out of fear of losing us. And it's just because their supply is low. It's almost like they'll give us another chance of being this perfect person. So they try to build us up. We react like, wow, that's great. We're getting all excited again. And then the abuse starts. They start seeing one little thing wrong. And it could be something even outside to where they bring things to us. And when people are whole within themselves, that they're not seeking their self-worth from another person. Narcissists don't have a true identity of self. So it puts a lot of pressure onto us. So if we respond in such a way, let's say we're like, I really care about you, but they wanted to hear that they were sexy today, that all of a sudden we did something wrong. And we're like, whoa, I said something nice. And, they expect us to be mind readers. So then they get ticked off at us as opposed to communicating the right way. The thing with a narcissist, though, is a lot of it is fabricated. So we don't know how to handle it. Other things are, we're never going to be perfect. So no matter what we try, they're going to pick it apart. They will always pick apart things. So even if you made a beautiful meal, then they're going to get mad that you, I don't know, ran out of ketchup or something. It's all your fault. You ruined the meal. And it's like, whoa, I tried to do this nice thing. And they don't look at that. They will make you feel as less than. So, when the narcissist puts that pressure on us, we start trying to overcompensate. We try to bring things back, and we are working so hard to please this person. And then they start taking advantage of it and picking it apart, and we're exhausted. We're constantly thinking, what can we do to make this other person better? And we start letting our boundaries go to please another person. And we're never going to be happy unless we understand who we are, what our boundaries are. And, there's give and takes in relationships, but the ones that are meant to be work, and the ones that aren't meant to be fall apart. I do have a relationship channel that helps with dealing with certain situations. There are ways to communicate effectively. Also, fears of new relationships. If you type in Cynthia Schiller, I haven't gotten the exact name of that channel yet, but Schiller, you'll be able to find my relationship channel for new healthy relationships. But the narcissists, they constantly need adoration. They constantly need so much, and it's a one-way street, that they're not going to be there for us. They just don't have that connection, and they don't understand a lot of things that we say. We try to explain things, and when we try to explain things, it irritates them because they don't understand it, or they don't want to take the time to understand it. That the narcissist is always in fear during that cycle. They think that we're the best person out there, this perfect person. And when they see any little flaw, they're like, is there something better? And that's when they start getting antsy. They start searching. They start looking for different supplies, whether it's a better sexual partner, or a richer partner, or a more educated partner, that they're not happy with what they have. And when they're not happy with what they have, they're always going to be searching for more. And when you constantly search for more, it's going to make you feel on edge. It's going to make you walk on eggshells. You're going to start fearing being rejected. And when we start fearing being rejected, it starts to manifest into rejection. It changes how we vibe with them, and we become people pleasers that we're going to be taken advantage of. And it's a toxic cycle that happens. So can the narcissist love? They don't love unless it's perfect, and nobody's perfect. So can they love? In the love bombing stage, but that's when it's unfolding and we're getting to know each other, that we aren't 100% perfect. And we've put in so much effort into an imperfect person. We've loved them wholeheartedly. And the more you love a narcissist, the more they run from it, because it is uncomfortable. It seems like a falsity, like we're either manipulating them or fooling them, that they feel unlovable. So when we love them, it doesn't match. And if you notice, every time you pull away, that's kind of like feeling unloved. That's when they want it. That's home to them. And in that kind of relationship, if you decided that's okay, you know, I'll play the game, you're never going to be full. And it's only going to last until one little thing happens. You say one little thing the wrong way in their eyes. You could say it completely the right way. It is such a imbalanced relationship that they need the chaos. So they create chaos. So even when you start doing things perfectly, even if you didn't overcompensate, that they're going to destroy it. It's in their nature. And they get little like energy bursts out of getting away with lies, or, you know, if they need to seem important, they're going to lie about things. So you're falling in love with somebody you don't even know who they truly are, you know. And let's say they lied about getting a job promotion. Now they're the CEO of the company, and you're like, that's fantastic, I'm here to support you, I'm so proud of you, you deserve this. And they're living a lie, and they feel us feeding into that lie. We don't know it, we take it as truth. And so that starts to irritate them. We're supporting everything about them, what they told us, and we're encouraging them, we're loving them. But then they start feeling you're loving a lie and you're not loving me. And it's a weird dynamic. So when you're doing things the right way, I'm supporting my man with their new job, and you know, if they need extra whatever, we're supporting something that isn't true. And that eats at them over time, because they realize that they're going to feel that we only love them because of that lie. And we would still love them if they were, you know, not the CEO, but because of that lie and our support of that lie. And that's not wrong. We didn't know it was a lie, but it will always throw things off. We can't be supportive in a true sense when we don't know what reality is. So when we start kicking ourselves for what did I do wrong? Nothing. It was the situation is wrong. And, you know, moving forward, unless a narcissist starts being vulnerable with us, starts telling us the truth, it's always going to have that off feeling to them. And we're never going to know what to support, what not to support, how to make them happy, because they'll lie about certain things like, oh yeah, I love that. And we do that. And then they're irritated because they were just trying to make us happy. But, you know, they could support us in a different way. Like, that's great. You love to sew. Go ahead and go do that. As opposed to, I love doing that. I wish we had more time to do that together. And then they start resenting us. And it's like, whoa, I set this up because I thought you liked it. It's a no-win situation because they are dishonest. And they lie about the little things that we don't, they don't need to lie about. And we start sensing that. And so we react differently. It's going to make you very uncomfortable, very confused. And, if you're wondering about the new supply is going to go through this just like you did. And since the narcissist needs perfection, because that's what they've been striving for, because they had such an imperfect upbringing, and it could be imperfect as the pressures to uh, achieve what sometimes is unachievable. Like their parents could have meant it kindly, where it's like, yeah, you're the best, you're the best, I believe in you, you're my little slugger, you're, trying to encourage them. But, also too, when they're given everything, that they expect to get everything. So they can either be spoiled brats, not learning coping mechanisms, and things being spoon fed to them, or they've been beat down so much that they just throw those temper tantrums to rebalance, that they get into such a mode that it is all about them, that when things start turning toxic, it affects us, and we react in a reactive abuse, and we start feeling off, like I would have never said that, or I would have never done that, and it changes who we are. And you need to stay true to yourself. And with counseling, if it's couples counseling, a lot of times that makes it worse. The narcissist uh, doesn't like to be honest with the therapist. So what are the chances of them really making strides and changing? I had a video that describes, can they change? It's very hard for them to change. Just like if I said, all right, it pisses me off when you write with your right hand, I need you to write left-handed. And let's say you agreed to that. Fine. If this is going to be the make it or break it of our relationship, I'll write left-handed. It's a little difficult for you, but you'll do it. And so you're writing with your left hand every time I'm around. And then when I'm gone, you're going to go back to writing with your right hand. I come back in the room, you're going to start writing with your left hand. It's going to be too much of a challenge or too irritating, that you're going to revert back to what is easier. And that's what the narcissist is going to do. It's, as an analogy, more comfortable. I know some of you are left-handed, but more comfortable to write with the right-handed. It's more comfortable for the narcissist to lie, manipulate, and people go back to what's comfortable. And they react to certain triggers that have happened throughout their lives. And the narcissist loves to use our triggers against us. So if you share some personal information with them, that in the heat of an argument, they're going to slam you with that, and it's going to trigger you, that, they don't take it as, they use our vulnerabilities against us. And that's a very toxic way to handle things. That is not loving, to slam somebody with their triggers or vulnerabilities, because that hurts even more. So it's not even just an argument, it's a slam on top of an argument. So I'm here to help you along the way. One-on-ones are available. Topic requests are welcome. Hit that like button, help me with that algorithm, and share and subscribe. See you soon.